When I tell y'all that I absolutely love Keshia on the after party, I don't think y'all really understand how much I absolutely love Keshia on the after party, okay? For once, she has told Ikeche that he does not answer the questions that he thinks he be answering. Y'all, we got some things to get into, so let's go ahead and do it. Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Married at First Sight, season 18, the after party, episode 11. Yeah, you did that, Keshia. You did that. We're gonna get into it, but before we do, if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through. And if you like what you see, you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If y'all one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? If you keep coming back here, okay, if you watch my Married at First Sight reviews and my lives and things like that, and you just keep coming back and you have not committed, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and commit. Like, press the subscribe button because you want to be here and I want you here. I really do, okay? So let's get into this review. So we have Keshia, Alan, and Joe. Joe is from the Connor's Couch, okay? Apparently, he has a podcast with his wife where they give out marriage advice and the things of the things. And I guess this season they are covering Married at First Sight, okay? Alan seems like he's so ready to tell his side of the story. And baby, was I waiting to hear what he had to say about, driving drunk. I know y'all like to say, oh, how do we even know he was drunk? He probably wasn't drunk, da 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 da. We'll get into that conversation on a live Sunday because y'all obviously don't think that the man was drunk, but I do. And we're going to talk about it, but not today. Not today, okay? I will say that looks really sad. Like, even at one point during this episode, she actually teared up and I was... Y'all, my heart can't take it. My heart cannot take it. But anyway, we get to the first clip of the night. And it's the anniversary dinner where Ike is telling them how he doesn't want to talk about his marriage with them and how he came here for the other couples. And also when he said that his wife makes him feel like ish. Child, such a gaslighter, such a gaslighter. But anyway, Keshia turned to and was like, why do you think Ike showed up? Said, I think he showed up so he could embarrass me. You know what? Now that you say it like that, I honestly think that was the reason. That's the only reason that could come to my mind at this point, was to embarrass her. She said he acts like he have a relationship with the other couples, but then he doesn't want to share with the other couples. Yeah, he definitely came to show his ass, and that's exactly what he did. She said he showed up, like I said, a clown, and showed out. I said, yeah. He thought this was the circus and he acted accordingly. He sure did, okay? Alan said he agrees with He came in there with the guns blazing, okay? Keshia said, yeah, he came in for a fight. I said, yeah, he came in hot and ready. The energy he walks in the room with, always negative, always negative. So Keshia turned to and was like, what are the other wives saying? Like, I know y'all be talking, like, what they saying? Said that they are just as confused as she is. I said, yeah, we all confused, child, okay? She said he doesn't act like that around the others. And it's because they kind of discussed that they was going to have a united front and that they was going to keep their relationship private. Well, do you see where it's getting you? You see where it's getting you, Embarrassed. He's coming in there telling the people how you're an asshole, how he has no peace, how you make him feel like ish. None of that seems private. None of it seems private, okay? So then Joe said, as a man and a black man, he was very disappointed with the way that Akeche talked to her. I think we all were. Like, at some point, this becomes verbal abuse, right? Yeah, okay. So Keshia wants to know what happened between the two of them that actually created this downfall. Because at this point, everyone's confused. And I've been saying it, like, what is it? And y'all, like, it happened as soon as he saw the apartment. As soon as he saw her apartment, he no longer was interested. He started treating her weird. And I believe it. I really do. But according to she said they went out to dinner. She asked him, did he have any pictures from his childhood? And he said no. He told his mother to throw them all away. Who does that? Who be like, oh, throw all my old pictures away, all my childhood pictures, throw them away. Lies, lies, lies. That man just doesn't want to open up, doesn't really want her to know anything about him. So, of course, that was what he said, okay? So then she said they kept talking and they started bringing up their childhood because they were really trying to get to know each other. They were discussing their exes and things of the things. And then an argument arose and he raised his voice at her. Now, we already know he said that, she asked to see pictures of his ex. And I said it's probably because she wants to see if she's his type. But nonetheless, he got upset and raised his voice. So she said it's time to go. So Keshia is wondering, why would he tell his mother to throw out these pictures? And I said, yeah, that's what we all wondering. She said he must be running from something. He's not running from anything. He just doesn't want her to know anything about him. Okay? So Keshia told it seems like she's walking on eggshells in order not to provoke him or ignite him. Said that's exactly why she sat there in silence on their month anniversary. She said, I just let him get it off his chest. And I felt like she can't win. Like, she literally has to sit there in silence with this man in order for him not to, cause an uproar or catch an attitude or start, talking out the side of his mouth. But let a Keshia tell it. He's the one walking on eggshells, baby. Let him tell it. So then we watched a clip of Ike talking to Pastor Cal, and he's telling him how he doesn't like the way she treats him, and how she makes him feel less than, and how she doesn't respect him. Y'all know the spill. Y'all saw the episode, right? So Keshia was like, how do you feel about him saying you make him feel small or belittled? She said, I feel horrible. Like, that's the last thing I want to make anyone feel like less than. So Keshia is like, have you done anything? And I mean, anything that makes this man feel belittled? She said the only thing that I could think of was the anniversary dinner when I went off of him and called his suit a joker ass suit. And I'm like, yeah, of course. At that point, he should have felt disrespected because the way he came in there and disrespected you. So does admit to the fact that she does ask him a lot of questions, okay? She said because all his answers are full of fluff and he never really answers the question. And we've witnessed him do it over and over and over again. So much so where he'd even done it on the after party. How many reviews of the after party have I had when we talked about a Keshia and I'm like, he never really answered the question. We got nowhere. Nothing was resolved because he doesn't. And as much as he wants to complain about her asking questions, how about answer one? How about that? So then they start discussing how Keshia is not interested in being vulnerable and open and honest with himself, so he can't be like that with anyone else. Now listen, didn't the ex-girlfriend say that he was avoidant? Didn't she say that? Oh, okay. This is just who he is. Literally just who he is, which, by the way, and I live on Sunday, y'all, the girls, his exes are definitely coming out in the comment sections on the Lifetime page, and we got to go through the comments. So make sure you are in the live on time. On time. Okay. So now it's time to talk to Alan. And I'm like, let's get into it. But instead of getting a clip that we want to get, we get to watch the clip of Alan and Madison outside doing the air aerobics or whatever they was doing, okay? And Alan was telling Madison that he could see herself with him forever. And do she see the same thing? And she was like, forever is a long time. Y'all know, y'all saw the scene, right? So Keshia was like, so how do you feel watching that? He said it's questionable because he doesn't fully understand the responses he get. She's answering like a Keshia. That's what it's given at this point, okay? He said he asked her questions like that because he wants to see if there's something there. Is there hope? Does she actually plan on being with him in the long run? Alan, you and I both know, absolutely not. Absolutely not, okay? I know for the sake of trying, you gonna try. But I hope that you got it in your head by now that Madison really just don't want you, okay? He said he feels like she's not really giving any effort and it's one-sided. Because it is. Because it is, okay? He even mentioned how he's been expressing how, she's looked beautiful and giving her compliments and stuff like that. And she'll turn around like, stop, could you not be any more corny? Joe said if she was attracted, she would appreciate you making them comments. And I was like, true that, okay? He said that she's not creating the environment for him to be able to give her those compliments. Y'all know the compliments she needed in order for her to prioritize Alan. Baby, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. So then we watched the clip of Alan and Madison talking to Dr. Pepper, and we trying to figure out if she attracted to him. And of course, we never really got that answer because she said that's a weird question to ask or whatnot. And then after that clip, Keshia was like, do you feel like you've been friend zoned? And he was like, absolutely. Absolutely. I've been friend zoned since the honeymoon. And I believe it. And that's what aggravates me the most about Alan and Madison is that Madison keeps acting like she's trying when it's very clear that she's not. It's very clear. So Keshia did what Keshia do, okay? She brought up how Alan said that, Madison feels more comfortable and natural with others, okay? He said, yeah, she kind of cringes when I touch her. Yeah, we noticed. We noticed. So Keshia said, but you named David. So how is she with David? And I said, questions that need answers. We need to know. He said it's just like the body language, like when she gives him a hug and stuff. Mm. Mm. And then he was like, well, I do get a little jealous because I want her to hug me like that. So then Keisha was like, so how does she hug him? And he was like, you want me to demonstrate? And of course, they're not going to demonstrate. But baby, y'all said all I need to know. It's David. It's David. When Keisha said your intuition kicking in, I said, "Oh, baby, they ready to get into it, and I'm ready to get into it. So stop and prolonging it, Mavs. Okay, stop prolonging it, and let us know what's going on. For real, for real. We need to know. Okay. So the next clip is MM discovering that Ike moved out. So Keisha was like, "How did you feel when you learned that Ike moved out?" She was like, "She felt hurt and she felt abandoned by her husband. Her husband abandoned her. Girl, your husband been abandoning you ever since y'all got here. Okay, he hasn't even been in the apartment, and when he comes to the apartment, he grabs his stuff and he barely says hi. You been abandoned." Like, take the word husband out of this by now. Like, I understand you want to say it's a fact, but baby, ain't no way I could keep calling that man my husband. Ain't no way. So Keisha was like, well, how much time was it between, the dinner and you getting home? MM said around 45 minutes. So Keisha was like, so he got all his stuff in 45 minutes? And MM said, yeah, he came with the bare minimum and he left with the bare minimum, just like he entered this marriage. Woo! Girl, she said that, she brought the food, she brought the towel, she did all the things for the house, and all he brought was a toothbrush. She ain't say that's all he brought, but basically that's all he brought. I'm just sitting here like, you've been like doing it all, huh? You really put that wife hat on and you stepped into it, didn't you? Baby, the man is insecure as hell. He can't handle the fact that you bought some towels. He can't handle the fact that you brought some food. Mm. But I definitely agree with Joe, right? It's frustrating watching, knowing that these couples feel like living together is alternative. Like, they cannot live together. They can leave when they want, stay at their houses when they want. Like, that's not how this is supposed to work. Y'all supposed to live together, be in the same apartment every night, not go to your house and then you go to your house and you at your friend's house. Are y'all even really doing this marriage for real? Because I feel like every time we turn around, somebody's not staying in the house. Michelle's not staying in the house. David not staying in the house. Alan not staying in the house. Madison not staying in the house. Keshia not staying in the house. Is anybody participating in these marriages? That's the question. So then we watched the clip of Ike and MM talking to Pastor Cal and Dr. Pia, and when they asked him what he needs from MM, and you know how MM asked him to move back in, child, that don't get me worked up again. Don't get me worked up again. Okay. So after watching that, MM is triggered. She's a little upset because she realized how crazy she freaking looked. Yeah, girl, you look crazy. Alan said, I just said that to get everybody to shut up. And he did. Okay. Alan feels like he said what they wanted to hear so that the conversation could be over. And he did. He has no intentions of actually moving back in. Yeah, he might bring the bare minimum stuff back, but I promise you he won't be staying the night. And my thing is, Alan really be standing up for MM. So, like, what's that about? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But MM is sitting there and like, y'all, she is really about to cry. Like, her eyes are tearing up. And she said that, she still wants to fight for this marriage and she wants to give the experiment a full chance. And that is why she keeps giving this man the chance, y'all. That's it. That's the only reason why she's staying around. Because I would really hope in real life she wouldn't be falling for this. I would really hope in real life she wouldn't be falling for this. So now Ike and Michelle have joined Keshia and Joe for the second part of the episode. So Keshia asked them how they feel about their marriages so far, and Ike's still talking about how he feels disrespected in his marriage. Go away. Go away. Michelle says she's starting to get more comfortable. Go away. Go away. Okay, both of y'all just making up stuff because we know you don't feel comfortable, and you feel disrespected because you're projecting. That is it, and that is all. Joe said he's surprised at the direction that MM and Ike took because, like, in the beginning, they were his favorite couple. And I was like, we all were kind of rooting for them, but we already knew that he was going to act like an asshole because he reads. He reads asshole, okay? He said we were rooting for black love. Aren't we always? Aren't we always? And I feel like we haven't really gotten that since, like, Amani and Woody. You know? But anyway, so we watched a clip of when Michelle asked David, was that his work outfit? Okay. Keshia said, what was it like watching that back? Michelle said, oh, I just realized that I'm real passive aggressive. Oh, you just realized that? You just realized that you're passive aggressive, girl. Girl, I hope that Michelle was really taking notes on herself when she watched her playbacks, because girl, you are a trip. You are a trip. She says she knows it's hard for the viewers to see, but she is trying. She really is. You saying hi to David don't mean you trying. Girl, you telling David that you not coming home that night does not mean you trying. But whatever you feel trying is, girl, whatever. Okay. So of course Ike's going to defend her and was like, I know that's not who you are. Michelle took accountability for the way she acted. At least she realized she's passive aggressive. So you shut up, Ike. You shut up. Michelle did let us know that her and David actually did have a nice time after the cameras left. Okay, they went and had some drinks. She said that it's not as much pressure when the cameras aren't around. So I guess, like, there's no image to be shown, so she can actually, like, let her hair down because she doesn't have to stand up to the image that she wants to portray to the people. That's what I got from it. So we watched a clip of Michelle talking about her childhood and how she felt this was the best session. Keshia was like, why do you feel like this was the best session? She said because this was the first time when she came out not feeling like she was the focus of all the wrongdoing. And I'm like, girl, because you're usually always the focus of all the wrongdoing, okay? But anyway, she said that, Dr. Pepper helped her realize why she's been behaving this way. And I'm like, well, I hope that you actually made some changes. Now that you have understanding on why you are behaving the way you are and looking down on people, I really, really hope you made some changes, Michelle. I really do. So we watched the clip of Ike telling MM she keeps hitting him upside the head with the answer stick. So Keshia was like, what did she do at this point to get you to this point? He said it's a combination. Keshia said, no, give me specifics. He said he asked for space and she kept blowing up his phone. Now I can understand that. If I ask you for space, stop calling me, stop texting me, okay? I get it. I totally get it, okay? So then he was like, she keeps asking me questions and I answer the questions, but the questions are never answered good enough. So she keeps asking and asking and asking. So Keshia was like, can I give you my perspective? She hit him with my friend, you don't answer the questions. You answer the questions you want to answer. And because they ask you the questions again, because you never answered them, you get mad. I said, say it again so he can really understand. You're getting mad that she keep asking you questions because you're not answering the question. She asked him how would he feel if the same thing was happening to him. He said he would be aggravated. Because that's what we are, freaking aggravated. I'm glad that somebody really pointed out to this man because the experts couldn't do it. That he is not answering none of this girl's questions. So of course she's going to keep asking questions because the questions are never being answered. But we know why. Because he's full of He is. So Keshia is like, we're missing something to catch. I need you to really give me a specific incident, okay? So he said they went to a football game and she was treating the people that they were with a certain way. But then when they were leaving, she almost ran over this lady and was like, move, bitch, while they was driving, okay? He says that she treats people of a certain caliber. She treats them in high regard. And then she treats other people that she sees less than like they don't matter. And I'm sitting here like, bullshit. So you mean to tell me her having a road rage means that that's how she treat people that she feel is less than? Keshia, please miss me with that. And how many times are you driving on the road and somebody cut you off or in your way and you like, get out the way and move or you stupid, da 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 da. That does not mean that you treating them that way because you feel better than them. That just means you want them to get out the way. I need a better example because that example ain't doing it for me, okay? So Keshia was like, so how does she belittle you? Because you said this, but I'm not understanding how she's belittling you. And then Keshia was like, or are you talking about how she treats others and applying it to you? He said, I see how she treats others and I see me in them. So what you're saying is she's not treating you any type of way. You're projecting, like we already been saying, how you feel about her onto her. She's absolutely done nothing to you. You're just projecting. Once again, you've proven to us that you are insecure. Her having road rage has nothing to do with the fact that she's belittling you. You just feel less than. And because you feel like you can't live up to her standards, or because you feel like she's better than you, you're projecting that. This taught me nothing. If anything, it just keeps making everything clearer. It's clarifying everything. So Keshia asked him, "Did you tell her that?" He was like, "No." So Keshia was like, "So how do you expect to hold someone accountable for making you feel away and they don't even know that you making them feel away?" Ding, 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 ding. Exactly. Exactly. Because he's full of shit. He's full. This frustrated me all over again because it just proves the fact that he really is just that insecure. And that's literally all it is. There is nothing. She's not doing anything. She's not saying anything. It's not her making advances at him. It's none of that. This is literally all in how he feels about himself. And he's trying to project that onto her to make her feel like ish. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. And then he said he feels like he's always on the fence because he works with kids. Well, sir, maybe you don't need to work with kids, especially not our kids. Especially not our kids. Don't work with our kids if this is how you behave. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay. So Keshia was like, "So what have y'all learned so far from y'all marriages?" He said that MM teaches him patience. Child, the lies. The lies keep coming because, please, please. Michelle said that she learned that she's more passive aggressive than she thought. Well, I hope you're working on it. I hope you're working on it. And y'all, that was the episode. That was the episode. I really wish we would have got into this whole thing with Alan and Madison because I really wanted to hear what he had to say. So when I go to, have my little live or whatever, we could get into it. But he didn't say anything. They didn't ask him about it. So we don't know. We don't know. But I really hope y'all enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Press the button, subscribe to the channel. Did you subscribe to the channel? Let me give you applause because you did. Thank you. Okay? Leave your comments down below. Drop me some yellow hearts and let me know you was here. With all that being said, I'll talk to you guys on Sunday. Peace.